Greetings, Elder Blacklight. As we get into the summer months, close to the 4th of July approaching, to most Caucasians and a lot of black people, 4th of July means the independence of America from Great Britain. For a lot of black people that follow the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, it's day one of the independence and the awakening of the black man, the resurrection of the crucified. And in this video, I'm going to explain what Islam truly means, comparing it to what Americanism means, using practical reasoning. Instead of common sense, because common sense ain't so common no more. When you look the word up in the dictionary, it means to do the submission or to do the will of Allah or God. But we in Islam, especially in the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, rather use Allah. And Allah explains that the word Allah means the all in all. And then he differentiates the difference between the word Allah and God by defining God as meaning one who possesses power and force. And he says that Master Farad Muhammad brought this teaching to him back in the 30s, 1932, I think. But Master Farad Muhammad walked on Hastings Street as early as 1930, teaching the black people in Detroit, in that area, Black Bottom, they call it Islam. And giving them the knowledge of self, because that's what Islam, the culture of Islam is, the knowledge of self. And then he says that the knowledge of self is Allah or God. And then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad described Master Farad as being Allah in the person of Master Farad, W.D. Muhammad. It's how he says his name. But then he breaks it down to Master Farah Muhammad. All these are the names of God, because these black people over here in America that was brought here 1555 is the more accurate time that we were brought here, are from the tribe of Shabazz. The tribe of Shabazz is made from a scientist named Shabazz. But the culture of Islam is what was the culture of the planet. The planet was called Asia. And so this is our teachings, brief teachings of Islam. In other words, when Jesus in the New Testament told the people that he does the will of his Father, he was doing Islam. And Islam is a culture. Now the Indians that were over here was not Christians, and they were not Americans. And so they did not call this part of the planet America. Christopher Columbus came over here, and from that came the conquering of the Indians and the Caucasians, or the European Caucasians, naming of Islam. Of America. Now, I was the slip of the tongue. I said Islam because Islam was in full effect at that time, because they were still after effects of the Crusades, and Christianity was the culture of the Caucasian, which was an altered culture. He said that he's practicing God qualities on the planet, misleading the people into believing that if they are holy like people, doing the will, but misleading the people, doing the will of God but misleading the people. So they say they're Americans, and then he goes and gets slaves, kill up almost all the Indians that lived over here in this part, goes and get slaves, made them work for 400 years without any money, crucified them, murdered them, did everything under the sun. Now, in today's time, most black people want to be Americans instead of wanting to be doing the will of God. They want to do the will of Uncle Sam. And if you don't do the will of Uncle Sam, you have to suffer the consequences. So most people converted to what they call Christianity, which really means it's a disguise for doing the will of Satan. Satan Sam. And Master Farad Muhammad was telling the people to change their name back to God's name. Because all of this is in the Bible. Now this is part one. We're going to point it out to you. Because this summer, you're going to need those righteous words of your ancestors to give you willpower to overcome what's getting ready to happen to you. They're going to go from door to door up here in Detroit asking you to take the shot. They say only 22% of the people in Detroit taking the vaccination. At the same time, they're saying a new strand of corona is more different from the first strand. Is attacking people here in Michigan. But they want you to take a shot that hasn't proven any effectiveness towards the virus. So stay tuned for part 2. We're going to get deeper into where you're supposed to be at. This is Black Light.